Welcome to the channel. There's a video out there by ThatGearGuy about the new Firearms Act, which is so painfully wrong, it is embarrassing to watch. Quite frankly, it is misleading. He says all sorts of stuff it's just not supported by the facts. Let's just have a listen.
Casings in various different formats in the house sat around on the mantelpiece for whatever reason, and it's certainly not uncommon. Now, if this bill becomes law, which I believe it will, there is a chance that if you don't have a firearms certificate for those components, that you would in fact become criminalised. You know, you would be a criminal. And if you just read it, if you read the bill as it is, that's how it reads. You know, it basically suggests that people that don't have, a certificate for the legitimate use of said components would in fact be in possession of something that wasn't legal.
Okay, right there. There are two things which are wrong. First thing, it's already law. Royal assent was given to the Firearms Bill 2023 on the 18th of September 2023. This video came out on the 1st of October. Second one, he says that if you have inert parts of ammunition, components of ammunition without a firearms certificate, that would be illegal. Also wrong. I've had a look at the actual legislation, and this is what it actually says. So, possessing component parts of ammunition with intent to manufacture. A person commits an offence if the person has in their possession any component parts of ammunition, see subsection 2. The person intends to manufacture ammunition to which section 1 applies using those parts, and were the person to do so, possession of the ammunition by the person would constitute an offence under section 1, or the manufacture or possession of the ammunition by the person would constitute an offence under section 3. For the purposes of this section, the component parts of ammunition are bullet, cartridge case, primer, propellant. And then it goes on to talk about some punishments afterwards. So, right there, it doesn't actually say that possession of component parts of ammunition is restricted to those who have permission from the Secretary of State to do so, which is how the Firearms Act basically limits possession of firearms to people with firearms certificates. Quite frankly, this whole idea that you need a firearms certificate to possess a brass case or a projectile or an inert dummy round made up of those two is completely for the birds. Let's have a listen to the next one.
But it's definitely worth keeping your eye on. You know, don't bury your heads in the sand and just think, oh, well, you know, I've got no bad intent, so the police aren't going to bother with me.
Right there. I've got no bad intent, so the police are not going to bother with me. That's actually exactly what it says in the legislation. It is possessing them with the intent to manufacture. I mean, it's there in black and white. And if you don't believe me, you can do a little bit more research. You'll find the Home Office's own report. And this is what they found. While supporting a new offence in principle, many respondents drew attention to the fact that a large number of law-abiding shooters reload ammunition to improve accuracy and to provide them with ammunition, for example, for vintage or historic firearms that is not commercially available, as well as to save costs. There was also a wide range of circumstances where the inert components of ammunition are possessed for perfectly lawful purposes, such as film and theatre production, form part of an antique or military collection, are incorporated in knickknacks or fashion accessories, or are used by the providers of firearms safety training. The government accepts the view expressed that any legislation should be drafted in such a way that it does not inadvertently criminalise those who lawfully possess ammunition or component parts of it, and who do not intend to manufacture unauthorised rounds. However, it is also important that criminals should not be able to avoid prosecution by keeping the components in their unassembled state until such time as they are ready to be used, and making it an offence to possess component parts with intent to assemble unauthorised quantities of ammunition is designed to enhance public safety. They debated this. You can look this all up on Parliament UK, and you can have a look at what the legislators themselves thought they were trying to target. And they're very clear throughout all the debates. No one is actually after people who don't intend to make unauthorised live ammunition. I hope this video was helpful. I hope it helps to reassure you, if you were worried about what ThatGearGuy says, that there's really very little to worry about. Do your own research and you'll feel a lot better about it. Bye for now.